I've been thinking about something a lot lately, which is a lot of my friends and acquaintances always ask me why I go so hard, why I'm pushing so hard. Because I'm very fortunate at this point in my life that I've put some wins on the board. I've achieved a couple of things. It always reminds me how surprised I am when people ask me this question. It reminds me how many people genuinely believe that financial status is the North Star. Their question is almost always baked in the framework of how much money I've acquired or have. And I always ponder that. It's always so interesting to me how the data, the math, is black and white on this issue. There is absolutely no correlation to one's wealth that maps their happiness. This is black and white. We continue to have a world that is confused that money buys happiness. It continues to be what someone who's hurting thinks is the potion or the antidote to fix it. Yet, we have unlimited amounts of hundreds of millions of people who prove otherwise. We must start there. The concept that you're gonna buy your way to happiness is the biggest falsity in human society, and we must stop doing that. Thank you. Was getting a little annoying. This is a message that's extremely challenging for me to be the person who delivers it. Almost always when I say that, 20% of the comments are easy for you to say. That's because most people consume my content today. What my high school friends and college friends and friends in my 20s know is I was arguably happier at 29 making $45,000 a year than I am today. The process of doing something you actually like is my great addiction. The fact that I am able to actually wake up day in and day out, sleep easily for 7-8 hours a night, and wake up genuinely excited while always being prepared to grab my phone and know that I have a problem in my 300-person Singapore office, or something happened in LA, or one of the other 17 businesses that I'm associated with are in trouble. I sit on top of almost 3,000 employees and 2 very large businesses actively as the CEO, and then on the board of 4 others, and heavily invested in others, and many other things I'm involved with, and family, and this and that. I have plenty going on, but the fact that I do what I want to do enables all of it to work. This is grounded in something that is the absolute answer for this entire arena. The one thing I can absolutely speak on that fundamentally touches every person here is the relationship between self-esteem and insecurity. All of the things that you do are based on this. If you look at what's really been going on with people for a very long time, why, when one is sold fear, that they believe it, versus when they're sold fear that they don't? Why so few people have a framework of believing in optimism versus protecting themselves with cynicism? Why people lack patience? I can tell you right now that for the majority of people in this room that want something to happen, the biggest flaw in their mental framework and perspective is their lack of patience. It is why I make so much content around people that are 22, 25, 35, 40, and laughing and joking and trying to some way, somehow communicate to them that they are extremely young, How many people here are under 50 years old? Please stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I want everybody looking around. Under 50. First of all, let's clap up for the over 50 crowd that's sitting and respect our elders. Now, love that. Now, for the 90% of you that are standing, there is a substantial chance that you have not even lived half your life. If you are under 40, continue to stand. Please sit, 40 to 50. I'll sit as well. For this crew, given where modern medicine is, there's a dark horse chance that you haven't lived a third of your life. Think about that. There are people sitting here stressed that they fucked it up. They missed their time. They misplayed it. They shouldn't have. And they've got the majority of their life left. That blows my mind. It really does. Every day of my life, that blows my mind. Sit down if you're over 30. 30 and under, continue to stand. For you fuckers, you know, I had this saying I used to do where I would say I would rip my arm off to switch with you because there's so much time, so much opportunity. But now with TikTok and you can clip things, people have really taken that out of context, so I try not to say it as much. But my friends, if you're standing right now, for you even to begin to deploy anxiety against your own self, judge your own self that you have not done, you did not accomplish, you were unable, is completely unacceptable. You have literally the rest of your life in front of you. You have foundation. As a matter of fact, if I actually, with all the depths of my heart, if I was actually able to give you a piece of advice, if I had one, though I think everyone's situation is different, I would try to get you to just enjoy the next 10 years more, not go as hard as you think I would tell you to go, because you have that much time. You have that much time. Most of society's rules and traditions are based on when people were dying at 50 years old. Most of the rules of when you should get married and what you should do and what you should have accomplished is literally based on the last century's DNA. You are so young. You have every opportunity. Technology is exploding at a speed where your life can change in a minute on a decision. And literally, the only thing that is fucking you up is you worry about what other people think about your life. Whether that's your parents, your friends, me. Please stop doing that. Wear crazy rose suits. I like it. It's very nice. Do random shit. Try new things. You have your whole life in front of you. I couldn't be happier for you if you're standing right now. You have 100 years to live. That's actually how it's going to work out for you, and you need to start acting like it.